Hello, good evening. This is U.S. Immigration Attorney Sharifa Tharpe. I'm here live to take your U.S. immigration related questions. I have a great topic for you, and it is applying for VAWA. In the case you're out of status, that means you don't currently have legal immigration status, or you are inadmissible. When I say inadmissible, I mean that you have a past immigration violation that prevents you from coming back to the United States or applying for status in the United States. The great news here is that when you qualify for VAWA, you can also qualify for to either apply even if you're out of status, and if you're inadmissible, you can also apply for forgiveness through a waiver. Of course, it depends on the type of inadmissibility. So, if you are facing an issue like you're out of status, you crossed the border without permission, you had a past deportation, you have a current deportation proceeding pending, you have a criminal issue in your past, you have come into the country with a fake passport. These are issues that have solutions. You just have to get the right help to help you to achieve the solution so that you can still go on to get permanent residence. Now, if you do have any of these issues and you qualify for VAWA, you still will be able to stay in the United States and get the status, even if you've had these past violations or you're out of status. Now, when you're out of status and you've been here continuously, you're just out of status, you either overstayed or crossed the border without permission, that alone is not going to prevent you from getting VAWA, and you can possibly apply for it without seeking a waiver. And that's where the facts are going to be very, very important. However, if you have come into the country, you've overstayed, you've accrued unlawful presence, and then you leave the country and then you come back in, that is where we would have to review how exactly what kind of inadmissibility this is going to result in, and how to apply for forgiveness for you. There is a solution. That's what I want you to know. Now, I'm also here to answer your immigration related questions. So go ahead and put your questions in the comments so that I may answer your questions. Thanks so much for the love. I appreciate it. And thanks so much, Alonja. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the love, everyone who is giving me love right now. Thanks for the encouragement. Thanks for the support. Go ahead and JK Mark, thanks so much. Go ahead and put your questions in the comments. I will answer your questions. That is why I'm here. I'm here Mondays through Fridays to answer your questions. Also, hi there, Jewel McCaw. So nice to see you. And as always, thanks for the support, always watching. Thanks so much. Now, if you have an immigration issue, thanks so much for the love, everyone. I appreciate it. And I'm going to keep showing up to answer your questions and also to bring you great topics. Now, go ahead, put your questions in the comments. It can be anything that's immigration related. Anything that's immigration related, go ahead and put in the comments. I will answer those questions. Now, if there's something that you've heard, you want to see if you can qualify and get started with me, go ahead and schedule a consultation. In the consultation, we'll review your facts, and then from there, we will go ahead and apply should you qualify. This is worth your time, it's worth your money, because I'm not only just evaluating your facts, but I'm giving you information that you can walk away with in order to take further action on it, to make decisions, and also to get the right help and to know the exact path that you have to go on to get status here in the United States or to come into the United States. I assist clients with employment-based, investment visa, with family-based permanent residents. Can we use premium processing if I'm petitioning my husband? So not at this time. They are only doing premium processing with a limited number of petitions, and the I-130 petition is not one of those. However, that may be something that we could be looking at in the future, but they're phasing in that premium processing to work permits and then to other employment-based applications, but not to the I-130 yet. So hopefully soon that would be an exciting new development. Now, for those of you who don't know what premium processing is, the USCIS just announced that they're going to be expanding premium processing. It's where you get to pay more. Right now, the fee is $1,500. It ranges depending on the type of application, but it ranges from $1,500 to $2,500. You'd be able to pay that money and get your case processed. Right now, they have 2 weeks, so processed within 30 days. Rather than the 6 to 9 months, 6 to 12 months that it is taken to get work permits processed. And this extra payment, of course, would allow the USCIS to expand their workers to be able to do the premium processing. So it is an exciting option, especially when someone is faced with losing their job because their work permit is not going fast enough. And also, it's exciting for family-based as well, because families are separated, and they're separated for 2 years because of the backlog. So great question. Keep putting those questions in the comments. That's exactly why I'm here. Hi there, Nashi. Thanks for the sharing. I appreciate it. So that's exactly why I'm here. I'm here to answer your immigration-related questions. So put those questions in the comments. If you need personalized legal advice, that's where you're going to go to the link in the profile. That's going to lead you to the website. You can call, you can fill out a contact form, or you can do online chat with the scheduling coordinators. Scheduling coordinators right now are available up until 11 p.m. tonight. So plenty of time to call them. The earlier, the better, of course. The consultation would allow you to get personalized legal advice from a U.S. immigration attorney. I am a U.S. immigration attorney. I run a national practice in the entire United States and around the globe. I represent clients all over the world and in the United States through their family, through their employment, and through different types of employment-based or investment visas. So go ahead, call, and let us get started. I'll give you advice you need, and then we can work on your matter. All right, so I'm going to go back to answering questions. Is there any waiver for a voluntary departure who stays for over 10 years? So the waiver is only for those who are inadmissible. If you're granted voluntary departure, it means that you're not inadmissible, unless, of course, something else happened that rendered you inadmissible. But voluntary departure means that you got to leave and you were not ordered removed. However, I can see where when you have voluntary departure, it can lead to problems with you getting a visa to come back to the U.S. However, the voluntary departure is not necessarily going to prevent you from getting a petition. So if someone wants a petition for you. So Adorono, is very important for you to schedule a consultation. Let's talk about your facts and to understand what's going on, and then I can accurately give you the information here. But voluntary departure is not going to render you inadmissible for a waiver. My citizenship interview was scheduled in Alabama, but I live in Georgia. Is that normal? So if you are close to the border of Georgia, so if Georgia and Alabama, if there's a border between Georgia and Alabama, I'm not sure, I'd have to look at the map, but if it's close enough, they are scheduling appointments across the border. So I have had clients who they live close to the Alabama border in Florida, So they have to cross the border. It's like an hour and a half drive, but they make it there to do the interview. So that is a possibility. But remember, J.K. Mark, I'm not your attorney, so I wouldn't be able to give you any kind of helpful advice here. Just to tell you what's going on or why they would do that. However, just know that that has happened before, and it doesn't necessarily indicate that there's anything bad going on. I would have to know your facts, though, to determine whether that's relevant to you. Go ahead, put your questions in the comments. I'm here to answer your immigration-related questions, so put those questions in the comments. All right. I'm just waiting for those questions. Let me remind you that I'm also on YouTube. So go ahead and put your questions on YouTube in the comments, and I will answer those questions. In the meantime, while your questions come in, I'm also going to just put here on YouTube the way that you can get in touch with the firm. So I'm going to put it in the comments under Sharifa Tharpe. And it's ST Law Office is where you can go, and you can find the number, do the online form or the chat, and then you can call 561-405-4889. No matter where you are, if you have a U.S. immigration issue, I can help you. All right, so my grandma just passed away. I'm so sorry. Your grandpa just passed away. I'm so sorry. He was a citizen. Can my grandma still get something from him? Like his pension or something. So that would be another area. That would either be probate or an estate, planning an attorney that would be able to help you with that part of it. I don't know if your grandma is if she and your grandpa are still married, she could obtain permanent resident as the widow of a U.S. citizen. So that could be one way that if she gains legal status, then any of his pensions she could have rights to them there, but I'm not sure how that would work. I don't know your facts, and I don't do estate or probate law, so I wouldn't be able to advise. Make sure your grandma seeks the advice of that type of attorney, which is less time. Me file for my siblings or my parents filing for their kids. So at this time, siblings filing for U.S. citizens filing for their siblings is taking a minimum of 14 years. If we're talking about Mexico, it could go as much as 20 years, over 20 years. If you're a parent, it could take anywhere from, if they're under 21, it could take anywhere from 18 to 24 months. If they're 21 or over, if they're unmarried, it could take 5 to 7 years. If they're married, it could take 12 years. So that's a timeline there. So I think as it may be better if the parents file for them, but may not even be short. It's going to be shorter than the sibling filing for the sibling. She's in Mexico, but yes, she's a widow of a U.S. citizen. So if she's the widow of a U.S. citizen and your grandpa passed away less than 2 years, she has the ability to still get residence in the United States on her own. She doesn't have to have anyone sponsor her. She doesn't have to show that she has the income. She can, and this is something I can help your grandma with. So, and if your grandma only speaks Spanish, all the staff here, they speak Spanish as well, and we'll all be able to assist with the staff here if Spanish is her only language. But yes, there is immigration, a form of immigration relief for her, and that could be one way that she gains access to the United States to be able to pursue whatever other issues she needs to resolve in regards to your grandpa's passing. And once again, my condolences to you. All right, so keep putting those questions in the comments. I am here to answer. So as long as I'm here, you can put the questions in the comments. Let me also let you know that I'm heading on over to Instagram. So I'm not done there. Great, thank you. I will be waiting for your call. You can always go to the link in the profile and you'll get all the information you need to schedule that appointment. Now I'm going to head on over to Instagram, where I'm going to continue the conversation there. Most of the content is on Instagram. So I release videos throughout the day, updates, tips, and hints about how you may qualify for relief here. So go ahead and join me over on Instagram now. I'm the Immigration Attorney on Instagram. Hop on over there if you want to and join me there. If you can't join me there, you can always call to schedule your appointment, especially if you need personalized legal advice, because remember, the information I'm giving you here is not personal legal advice, it's general information. So make sure you schedule that appointment if you do have specific questions. Also, I'll be back tomorrow. At around 4 p.m. Eastern time to take your questions and go ahead and also give you a great topic to talk about. As you can see, I've given you great information that has been helpful. And so your questions, such as Lex's question, also help me to give you that information. So keep asking those great relevant questions and I'll keep bringing those topics. Have a great evening. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.